I have about once Bausch comes on our show, I believe next month, I will have streamed with probably every single major streamer on the left that you can find.
Oh, okay. On the left,
Yeah.
like America, like on the West Coast.
No, like left.
Yep.
Whatever.
I'm
The,
so sorry.
Gotcha.
I didn't listen to anything because I'm just so distracted by how
No,
good
you
your
didn't
voice
hear-
sounds.
Oh, thank you. You didn't hear anything important. It was just
You have like such a
self-important music.
good, I don't know if, I guess accent, I don't know, but like, I really like it.
Well, thank
I
you.
do too.
Talk some more.
Jayhawke,
Riu,
where
shush.
are you from?
Texas?
Texas, where at?
redacted.
I've never been there. However, I've DJ'd in Dallas. I've
Ooh.
DJ'd in Austin, and I DJ'd out near Brownsville.
Oh, what kind of stuff do you DJ?
Well, we're recording, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so at this time, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put an article that was written about me. Let's see. There's a bunch of articles about me, but trust me, they're all old. Let's see. Let's see. This should be this one. Okay. So there's an article where basically let's see, where could I put it? I guess I'll put it in
You can put it in general.
yeah, here we go. It's an article right here that sort of details a bunch of stuff. But yeah, before what I would do is, because I started DJing in '96. Started primarily with house music, then I'd do some drum and bass stuff in the early 2000s. I would go to the military, and then, I joined before 9/11. I'm 39, and I got out, and then I started producing hip hop. I did produced hip hop for about 15 years, and I switched over to, more or less like house music and stuff. And then so when I was DJing in, particularly in Austin, I was someone's DJ, as you can read about in that article, rappers DJ, and it was a lot of fun. I'd never been to Houston, but I liked Austin. I was stationed in San Antonio, for about 7 months. But when I went back to Dallas in '09 to DJ, and then I was a rappers DJ, and then in 2014 to DJ, I liked Austin a lot.
Austin is
Sounds
great.
like you've been
I
around.
fucking
Wow.
love Austin.
Yeah, I've had to.
Oh
Had
my
to live a lot of
god.
What?
I had to live a lot of life.
What were we literally like talking about right before Pega pulled him in? Music. And then you're
yeah.
a fucking DJ? Bro.
What a coincidence. That's so weird. What the heck?
Yeah. We were ready. We were ready.
That's what's up.
Jay was making fun of me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
what's
was.
up.
And I do it again.
So yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? I'm with whatever.
So-
you guys have me until 10 o'clock, and I'm fucking exhausted.
I have.
I streamed about 9 hours today, so I'm tired.
Oh,
Damn.
bro.
We have an ongoing bit.
Sure.
Yes.
And it's sort of like get all the ice off, I think it's the pinned tweet. I can at you here. In your best dramatic voice, I want you to say this. The full thing. We've gotten everyone to do it so far.
Yeah. All right. So the one that says say his name.
Yeah.
Was that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your best dramatic voice.
Say his name. You won't be laughing when he kills you. The pee pee poo poo man.
That's
I fucking knew this was gonna be
that's
good.
really good.
So good.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
very good.
Ready?
That was like, wow. Okay.
Bro,
Like-
how do you do that?
Huh?
How'd you do that?
How do you do that?
I don't know, man. You asked
Like
me.
you just like, there was like a switch. You literally just switched your like fucking like you went from like normal cool voice to like fucking announcer epic announcer fucking voice. Like how did you do that?
You asked to be dramatic, and I did it.
Yeah.
Have you
That was
considered being a voice actor?
Uh-uh.
Have you considered being a voice actor?
if I don't know, like if the opportunity were to come up, that's not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Me pediste que cambiara mi voz, lo hice.
Okay. In Spanish too. Crazy.
Yeah. Go ahead. What else
Crazy
you
guy.
got?
And he plays the sax.
No, well, hold on. I played like some basic saxophone for a little while, but the piano is where I kind of had more better understanding. I did that a little longer. Sax was like for like a few months, but the piano, I've played stuff. I can play some stuff.
So,
But yeah,
the,
go ahead.
the only instrument I've ever played was the trombone.
Yeah.
And
Hold on. Wait.
what?
I don't know why, but that's so fitting.
How?
I don't know. I
Is
think
it because
it's
I'm
based
tall?
on, like how much I've known you so far. I don't know, Pega. It's just, it's very fitting. I like that for you. I
Rude.
like that you played trombone. I'm not even trying to be rude. That's just genuine, like if I see Pega playing an instrument, yeah, I see trombone. Yeah, and I'm not like being mean or anything. I just felt like you would just.
No, you're fine.
I saw Pega playing the piano until she told me something about like dexterity
Trombone.
stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, you can't play the piano.
So
But like I can still see you playing the piano.
just real
Okay.
quick, guys. So, just to let you guys know, just a little bit of background on me. I got my start streaming like politics because RIP, my friend Michael Brooks asked me to do it in 2018. He suggested it. You guys familiar with a guy named Sam Cedar?
No.
No.
Roughly.
Alright, well, Sam Cedar's a very, very, he runs a show called The Majority Reports. It's a very good, very left political show, and Michael Brooks was a part of that. And, he's like suggested it to me. I did pretty well. About a year and a half later, I sold my show to a network called Means TV. Means TV bought the show for a few thousand. I used that to buy a car, and then my wife, my now wife, who I was, she was coming back and forth from Canada to California to see me.
Aw.
And what ended up
That's nice.
happening is I said, "Fuck it, let's just get married." We got married, and then like a year later, I would meet my girlfriend Scarlett. And it's like, 1 minute you're chilling with your non-binary wife, and then next thing you're sucking some girl dick. It happens.
I love that, dude. Yes.
Now just to let you guys know, this is my show now. It's called Never Log Off. These are my co-hosts, guys. These are my co-hosts. I'm the only
That's
man.
awesome,
I am the
dude.
only man on this show. The bottom right in the nurse outfit, that's Scarlett. I bought her that outfit. So
Very nice.
yeah, those are like I said, I am the only cisgender male on the show. Everyone else is the trans female. So that's them that you see right there.
That's awesome, dude. That's so cool.
It's
Yeah, it's
bad.
pretty cool.
Peganox likes it, so it's cool.
Mhm.
She shows up, So yeah.
Okay, Pega, hold it out. How
What's
did
it
I
called?
not know this person until now?
Well, see, I meet all these cool people, and then I'm trying to introduce you guys to these cool people.
And
you
then
know,
we don't have time.
Well, Jayhawke. It looks like. Yes, see, it looks like you're on Twitch. You're very cute, Jayhawke.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, you don't even know what I look like, so be aware. Be aware. Girl, actually, I
Are
posted.
you in the
care.
Iron Man
I
mask?
posted a shirtless pic of myself. Hold on.
Okay, wait, hold on. What?
I did. I posted. I gave it to you guys. I follow all you guys. It's
Sick.
hold on. Let me. I never post. I don't really post pics of myself. But here, this is me. I'll just put in your guys' general chat. That's me.
Hey, guy, I like your friend. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I was just looking at that. I was like, that's him, ain't it? That's him, right?
Yeah. I'm without my shoes on. I'm 6'2", but I like to say I'm 6'3" when I have shoes on. It sounds cooler.
I mean, if guys that are at 5'9" can say they're 6'1", you can say you're 6'3". That's fine.
Thank you. That's much appreciated.
I like to say Bernard is 6 foot, but he's only 5'10". Guys, I'm being a 6 foot person. Guys.
No, you're not.
Like, he's 6 foot.
Like,
He's gonna hear this.
What
He's gonna be like, what the fuck?
part?
I'm gonna be truly honest. I don't
What?
understand
Height.
the insecurity about like height. And like sure I'm like 6'5", so maybe that's
Yeah, I
why.
was about to say, Pega,
But-
you're fucking 7'2". What do you mean?
But here's the thing, like
To be fair, though, hold on, don't interrupt. To be fair, Zenny Zounds, who just got her. She has an O cup now, breast size, and she is a full-on 6'2".
Cup?
Yeah, Zenny. That is a big girl, man. Now,
Wait.
yeah.
Oh, cup.
with the exception of Zenny, I have met all of my co-hosts. You know, this is her right here. You know, I'm just putting her in here. You know, that's her. You know, and so yeah, she just got her just a shot of like saline, so her boobs are like at 2,700 cc.
Boobs.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
hold-
that's what I
hold on,
surround
give me-
myself with, guys.
Give me a sec.
I'm just letting you know. That's what I surround myself with. Pega knows that
Whoa.
you like the show.
Those are
I'm the
Now-
jiggle.
Now, as far as my girl Scarlett, she has an alt, but that's like this is her main now. This is like I said, I took all these photos that you see here for her OnlyFans. You know, so that's her. This is my girlfriend. This is my partner. And
Get a
we-
girl, yes.
And then hold on, and then
Word.
one of my good buddies, and really just genuinely nice person who just got her boobs done literally today. This is her now. She posted this today. She just got these today, so I'm really excited for her.
Yes. Oh, hopeful for is that a bird?
Huh?
Is that a bird on her right side? Is there a bird with her?
No, that's not a
No,
bird.
no.
Am I just blind? Oh nope.
Now
Nope,
that
that's
is
an earring.
her. That is her safe
That is an earring.
account. Her main account is like this one, where it's like 120,000, whatever.
Like that's an earring. My bad. My fault.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
hey, no, she
You,
got-
hun, I don't know where you're seeing a bird.
Dude, I don't know why, but I saw like a little blue jay.
I don't
Wow,
even
peaceful.
like think we're looking at the same picture.
I mean, like,
That's crazy. What do you mean?
I mean, so yeah, I'm just telling you guys, you know, who I be running with, you know.
Mhm.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, like you know, you guys seem like some cool people, so you know, I figured out. And then this is my other co-host, Scylla, who we had dinner a few weeks ago, and I just want you guys to know, like,
Oh, look at you chasing.
women who get SRS surgery, women who get bottom surgery, are at a supreme advantage to cisgender vaginas. It's way different, it's way tighter.
Dude, trans people valid. You know what I mean?
So just
Oh,
letting
yeah.
you guys know that the bottom surgery vagina is just it's a thing to behold.
My vagina.
Just letting you guys know, you know. So yeah, that's who I would do a show with, and it's fun. You know.
All right, Peggy, ready up. Let's go, Pega.
What?
What? Nothing. Oh,
You're fine. What was I
Ryu's
gonna say?
blushing.
What am I missing right now, guys?
I don't know what you're missing because Rio's saying
I
some.
don't either.
Rio, you want to
I'm
explain?
high on coffee. Hi.
I don't
Nice
think
to
you can.
meet you.
Nothing.
I'm
Okay.
just high.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, so guys, I'm from Oakland, California. I spent a good portion of my life.
No,
out there.
bro, wait, no way. Get out, really?
Yeah, I'm from Oakland.
Dude, I was born in Hayward.
Where in
I like-
Hayward? Oh wait, so
yeah.
that means he was born in St. Rose Hospital, more likely.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Okay, no. There was the closed down Kaiser that it is now.
Oh, that Kaiser
Yeah.
down the way.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's the only other place you could have been.
Dude, that's crazy. Wow, you live so close to me. Oh, wow.
I'm from East Oakland. Like, listen, I'm pretty sure I'm the first person on your podcast who's been shot to put 2 bullets. So
I believe it. Oakland
Yeah.
is not a safe place to be.
I mean, and anywhere is not a safe place to be when you're being as aloof as I was. So
True,
you know,
true
it is
that.
what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you know, having been in the military, things like that, you know, I always say the same thing. I'm not a victim. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not a victim. Everything that's happened to me, I've done to others. So it's, you know, what you put out in the world, you get back. So I'm not a victim. What happened had to happen.
True.
What happened to happen to me had to happen. You know. So
Gotcha.
it's,
Wise words.
I'm not no tough guy. I'm not a gangster. I'm not none of that, dude. It's just I aggravated the situation. I paid the price for it. So there's nothing else I can say about it other than, again, I'm not a victim. What I mean by that is a lot of people express themselves on these apps, and for some people it's their only way to vent, and I get that they should be heard, and I seriously understand it, right? But what
Mhm.
some people do, they're addicted to the attention of, I
Mhm.
suffered from this. I suffered from this. And I'm going through this, and it's like they're making no progress. They're just constantly in situations. I was doxxed, and I got in an accident, and I'm like, okay, how much of this shit is true, and how much of this shit is just you loving the eyes on you because you're sucking away the
Uh,
attention. You have 170,000 followers, and nobody else can be heard because you're over here fucking talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
yeah.
So it's
That's
like
true.
for me, like I said, I'm not an authority on disability. I'm not an authority on who shot this. That it's like just for me, it's like, you know what? If you act like a victim on these apps, you get treated like one. And for me, I'm not a victim. If I was if I was just some regular guy walking down the street and got shot, like that would suck. But I wasn't. That was a situation that, you know, motherfuckers came from my life, and it was what it was. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like I wasn't victimized. I just happened to be on the wrong end of something else. So, you know, I try to, you know, I live by that, and the fact that, like, when you come on these apps and do all that, then it's like anything else you do is judged by that. Like, oh well, yeah, he wants people to feel sorry for because he got shot, but look what he did here and look what he said there. Then everything about my life is scrutinized, and
Yeah.
I lived a pretty shitty life. I'm not saying, oh, I was a bad person, but I've had some flaws. You know, I cheated
Mm-hmm.
on my kid's mom for a decade. You know, like I had 2 relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have 2 relationships now, but it's known. You know, but
Right.
Yeah.
It's consensual this time.
I
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
very I wasn't a bad partner in how I treated my kid's mom or the other woman I was with, but I was lying. So that if
Yeah.
you're not showing loyalty, you're not showing love. So it doesn't really make it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying, like I don't like to be confused with people who, man, I've gone through so much and I overcame. It's like it's just life, man.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have it harder than others, but just because I come from where I come from, I don't have I hate when people want to corner the market on suffering. You know, like
Mhm.
I don't like
Depression
to do
Olympics?
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like, check it out. Like, right, like Scarlett, right? Pega, you know Scarlett. That's my girl.
Mhm.
That's my baby. You know, I love her dearly. You know, like, come on, man. Like, oh yeah, I say what I say too, because guys, ain't none of these motherfuckers, none of these niggas gonna alpha male me. Like, I've been through all that shit. Alpha male is just, you know, constantly defending your own insecurity on how people see you.
Yeah.
So it's like if I want to wear a Gem and the Holograms costume, which I will, and I can. If I want to wear a maid outfit and suck my girlfriend's cock and lick the fucking pre cum off it, I will. After
Yes.
after I kiss
Love
her,
it.
after I kiss her
Yes.
with it. If I want to lick my wife's ass and pussy, I can do that. But sexuality and gender and toughness, they're not all the same thing.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
it's like,
Stay louder.
and so it's just, you know, like these guys, these dudes, these dudes, man, it's like they see a girl with a dick and deep down they want to suck it. Just do it, man. Niggas
Yeah.
ain't
Just do
niggas ain't
it.
tripping.
Just
Let's
do
do it,
it.
dude.
Just do it.
Listen, every co-host you saw all my co-hosts have D breasts or larger, even my wife, you know. So like you guys gotta understand, man. Like I have a certain type. You know, I have a certain type. I have a certain type. Sorry, Peg, I took over your. It is what it is.
Love it. Love it. It's great.
But yeah, guys, like I was just saying, you know, like Scarlett grew up kind of upper middle class, and she's beautiful and everything, but she went through it. You know, she was, you know, she had a hard upbringing because of nature. She's, you know, my mom's from Brazil. I don't really have a dad. My dad, Vietnam veteran, you know, it's a real asshole. household, but he had great politics. I'll give him that, you know. But my dad was very abusive. He left when I was very young, whatever. But Scarlett, like I said, she went through. I don't want to speak on too much of her life, but she went through some abusive situations with her family, and it was difficult. But the thing is that like I won't say, oh well, you grew up with your family has a restaurant, so you don't know how I feel. Like yes, she does know how I feel. It doesn't. There's lots of motherfuckers with money who are suffering. Now, don't get me wrong, they have the resources, this and that, and online you'd be like, oh fuck them and blah blah blah. But man, I spent my background, guys, after I got the military and doing security was I spent 10 years. I spent 4 years as a residential counselor at the group home, and then eventually I got promoted to case manager. And at the group home, I case managed up until 2018. I got shot in 2016. I took about a year and a half off. When I returned to a girls group home for a minute, and then I went to a homeless shelter. Then I left the United States in 2021. So it's like my background is dealing with people, dealing with people. So it's like I had all types of different clients: transgender, gay, straight, guys coming out of prison that were, guilty of pedophilia, child molestation, etc. My job wasn't to judge; it was to reintegrate them, and when you're used to dealing with people, all that shit people be talking online, it's like, okay, you just talking, bro.
Trigger warning: graphic detail, blood, gore. If you want to skip this, skip to 30 seconds. Thanks.
So that's why I was like, okay, you motherfuckers want to body something, okay, but this ain't Call of Duty, bro. You really have to walk up, pull that trigger, okay? You pull that trigger, you have to watch the body parts hit the ground. You're going to see blood. It's going to squirt, etc., etc. Then that person may still be alive, so you have to keep shooting. And you have to watch them perish. You have to watch their eyes roll to the back of their head as they stare right back at you. And you have to remember it forever. I'm not saying this is my experience. Do not get it twisted. I'm not saying this is my experience. But I am telling you, okay? Are you ready to live with it? Are you ready to live with it? Like I said, man, motherfuckers really think that. It's hilarious to think how many people think, oh, yeah, I'll just kill. Like, okay, all right.
So
go ahead and do that.
Cool. I don't talk about this a lot on the Twitch sphere because, I can't. It's TOS. But, like, when I was younger, in my teens, I would do street fighting. Right?
Yeah, I did. Not to cut you off, I did. Peganox, I've been watching the Majime. I did amateur boxing 3.5 years as a teen, 96 to 2000. So I can completely relate to that. Go ahead.
So, like, street fighting is such a, it's a mental space because, first off, you have to... you have to know that there's no rules. Almost no rules. Like, the only rule is you can't kill a person. Pretty much. Right? Because you can get in shit, right? The second rule is you have to be able to run at any time, because at any time the cops could be coming through that door. Right? Or if you get a dumb organizer, the alley. And so I've only done it 9 times, right? But in those 9 times, I learned that there's a certain element of brutality attached to money, and you can
attach to money.
Yeah, and you can talk all the on the internet. You can say, "Oh, I would beat someone up for $5. I would beat someone up for a coupon." No, you wouldn't. No.
So I will say this, okay. So for one, as somebody who I got into boxing PAL gym out in San Jose because I was getting jumped constantly. I got my ass whooped a lot. And the thing is like once I started doing amateur boxing and I started having shows of force, people just left me alone. Later in high school. But I'll tell you this. I always tell people this: like when you win a fight, especially in the street, you don't really win. My hands are brittle. I've broken my hand twice in amateur boxing. That's what spurred me to not want to do it anymore. Now, you could win, right? But you don't really win. Okay? You don't really win because your hands hurt. It takes days for that shit to recover. Now, here's another thing, okay? Remember you talking about, you said, oh, I'll do it for $5. I'll do it for this. I'll do it for that. Okay. Having a commitment to violence, okay? Having a commitment to violence takes a lot out of you. Because then you're going to feel like everybody's going to try you and this and that. Because now it goes back to what I said. All that alpha and sigma male shit, it's protecting an insecurity about your manhood. I'll put it to you like this: if I liked it in my ass, I would have all my co-hosts, with the exception of Scylla, who had bottom surgery, fuck me in my ass, and it wouldn't make me any less alpha. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If I was into that, you know, like I
Exactly.
said, I'll suck some girl dick, but that's about it. You know, I don't like things in my ass. But at the same time, if motherfuckers want to say, "Oh yeah, you a bitch nigga, your coworkers be your coworkers be fucking you," yeah, they do, and I like it. They all come in my ass all at the same time.
Heck
But
yeah.
like yeah, like when it comes to you, when you're talking about street fighting motherfuckers, you have to be built for that, and it's a certain mentality for it. And
Mhm.
it's only a select few people who really are insane enough to do that. And like you said, motherfuckers can say, "Oh yeah, you would." Okay, but when you about that action, people smelling on you, they see it on you. Ain't no need to be there. You don't even need to do no talking.
Mhm. Like, Cole, I'll tell you. Outside of, I got in a fight one time. I headbutted the guy, and he looked at me like
Painful.
he looked. Yeah, it was. I had a headache for like a week. But he looked at me like he was shocked it happened. It's like, what did you expect? You asked me to fight, and so I fought you. Oh my god.
I mean,
Like,
like
oh
it's
no,
Right, 'cause
I
you
am
did
so
actually
surprised.
do it.
don't want to fight. Majority of people don't want to fight.
Mhm.
They don't. And the thing is too is like I always say, like 90% of people aren't taking me in a fight, not because I'm a strong big gun. Like no, my amateur record was super average, dude. Especially when I moved to 130, it was garbage. But the thing is that you have to be trained to do so. I watch a boxing anime that I've been watching. Peganox, you ever see me? You ever see me
I
watch it
think I've
and how I break
caught
it down?
a couple episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, I break down like to a science what they're doing because I fought. So
Mhm.
it's as I love fighting. I genuinely love the sport. I really do. I love it for what it's worth. And if you notice, 99% of pro fighters aren't going to even bother with you. Why? Because if you're not trained to do it, I'm going to see what you're going to throw before you throw it. That's like, listen, if I sat in front of a chemistry set right now,
Mhm.
and this scientist like, hey, I need you to do this, this, and this. Yeah, I'm like, you need me to do what? 'Cause I ain't doing a goddamn thing because you have to know how to do it, And so, like I said, a lot of these guys, they be talking. Oh, I pray I never have to. Oh, I hope I. Oh, I wish a Nick. Okay, why are you hoping and wishing for something that you can make happen any day of the week? Because you pussy, you don't want
Mhm.
to take the charge. You don't want to deal with possibly being locked up where you can encounter more of it. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. It's what's it called? A friend of mine described it as like the in cartoons when the bull like charges the red cape.
Yes,
It's that, but
absolutely.
the bull never charges. It
I
just
mean,
sits
it's
there steaming.
exactly that. It's exactly that. You know, it's exactly that. Hold on, I'm gonna go to Jayhawke's Twitch channels. Maybe they can see more of it. Let's see.
So I just
Oh
went to
my!
the restroom.
You
I just got
literally,
back.
I literally.
I just got back. Look at this.
I'm like sitting here on my phone and like I have my lighter in my hand and like you said that and I dropped my lighter. Like it just fell out of my hand.
Yo, this person, Big Time Turtle, is cute on my phone.
Yeah, that's my friend.
Yeah, yeah. So like, I'm just listen. Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you guys something. So, when it came to me and my now girlfriend, like, she's the first transgender woman I've ever like dated, kissed, anything. And
Mhm.
you have to understand that like we just got very, very close. Now she didn't have all those surgeries when I met her. Her boobs were still small. Her face was a little different. She didn't have all that, but she didn't
Mhm.
need any of it because who she was and her heart was all that matters. Now, motherfuckers could talk all that. Oh yeah, trans women are women. I believe this and that and the other, but it's like anybody can say that shit. But if you truly believe a trans woman is a woman, then you shouldn't treat her any different. And for me, I fought that for a minute. But a year ago, I used to even say like, "Nah, I don't date trans women. I'm not romantically attracted." I used to say that because we used to do another show together that we switched up later for reasons I do not want to get into. But we had other transgender like co-hosts, and I'd be like, "Nah, I ain't into trans women because they have dicks and I like vaginas, whatever." But then you get so close to someone, and it didn't. And I'm a person that like if I say something, I like to mean it. And I had to look her like the first time we met, we spent a few days. I headlined in New York City. Okay? Headlined in New York City. I headlined a club called Wonderville in Brooklyn. I was playing, dance music, ghetto house music, whatever. And we spent, and one night, like, she's just laying there, she's tossing and turning, and I just held her. Now, we didn't do anything romantic, nothing, but for 4 nights straight, we slept in the same bed. We did X together. We were just together. Then she came to visit me, and she was just hanging out with me, and she was staying in my spare room. And even then, I still laid with her, right? The next time we saw each other would be March of this year, and I told her, like, I think we should fuck. And she's like, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Like, I asked her, am I an other F? If I'm just gonna say, am I a faggot if our dicks touch? Does that make me a faggot? She's like, yeah, but it's not so bad. It'll be okay. And I'm like, as long as I'm with you, I don't care what they say about me, and that's just what it is. That's what it is. I never used the other F like that, but I just wanted to emphasize that, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't consider myself to be, like, I just consider myself a guy who loves a trans woman. But if trans women are women, I can't consider myself to be getting a pass to be just saying stuff like that, or like what people do on Twitter to be like, well, as a man that dates a trans woman, I think so and so is a chaser. Like, I don't have no authority to be talking about that. I love the woman I love. I have trans women as my co-hosts. I just feel comfortable in the community. But I defer to people who belong to that community to make those decisions. You know what I mean, Peganox?
Mm-hmm.
Like, motherfuckers can't wait to speak on some shit just because they around it or you heard about it. Like, I'd rather just listen to the community.
I'm still new to the community, but like, I've had people, because I'm autistic and indigenous, right?
Okay, what tribe you out of?
I don't know, because my grandfather was taken from his mother.
I got you. Well, my wife is Ojibwe, but in the United States they call it Chippewa. She belong. We have land on a spot called Wanapate out here in Ontario, Canada. So it is 4 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's pretty cold here, isn't it?
You get. Wait, which one of y'all is Canadian?
Me.
Pega, where you at?
I'm near Toronto.
Huh?
I'm near Toronto.
You're Toronto. Hey, next time me and Scarlett are out there, we gonna say what's good,
Okay.
Yeah, like if we can, I would love to. I meet anybody, and yeah, I'm down. And Riu, where do you live at currently?
San Jose right now.
Yeah, okay, so I work. Oh shit, I shouldn't say in public, but I was about to drop where I worked at, but I worked right near the the HP Pavilion at the homeless shelter.
Oh, no way! Get out. Okay.
Yeah. So what I used to do is, my wife, when she came to visit me, I was living off of Santa Teresa, not far from Santa Teresa High School, and so like she used to come and visit me and hang out with me and stuff like that. And so check this out: in March of 2020, right? She came to visit me. Okay. And I didn't have my car yet because I hadn't sold my show, but she came to visit me. The lockdown had just started, right? So we get on like the light rail because I used to live at the end. I forgot which station it was, but I lived near Cupertino, Sunnyvale, whatever. But I get on the light rail because I moved from Santa Teresa. I get on the light rail, and when we got off, I took it to Johnny Rockets. It was a Friday night. There was nobody and nothing around. So we're just eating at this Johnny Rockets. It was fucking great, man. It was fucking great. And like it was just the whole time it was empty. Like I went to go pick up some drugs and shit like that. Like no traffic. It was awesome, Pega. It was great,
I love Johnny Rocket.
I used to have an apartment again about 12 years ago, 13 years ago. I used to have an apartment around the corner from Bellarmine. And that's near downtown San Jose. So yeah, I've had to live in San Jose a couple times.
Yeah, San Jose's not bad. This is my first year here. It's like I've always lived around San Jose, but
Are you Latino?
No, Filipino.
Are you Filipino?
Yeah.
Yeah, I loving lumpia in the restaurant. We eating chicken adobo. It is very good. And
oh my god, are you my uncle?
My
You sound just like him.
My son Riu, he's very kind. We go to the movie. We need downtown on the parking space.
You know what's hella funny? I'm actually making lumpia for Christmas this year.
I got that shit good.
You know who requested it, Jay? You know who requested it?
Bernard.
Lynn.
Lynn? What the fuck?
I asked Lynn,
You know
what do
what?
you
I
want for
can see it
Christmas?
because I want to try it too.
Now, Riu, how old are you?
I'm 28.
All right, I gotta make sure you like don't know anyone I know.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure I don't.
Good. I like to keep it that way because the girl that I cheated with for 10 years on my kid's mom was a childhood friend, and
Oh goodness.
she lived not far from Yerba Buena High School to this day. So
Okay.
yeah, so like
Yeah, I went to Mount Eden, so.
You went to Mount Eden. That's it's not a continuation.
No, it's not. We're next to the continuation school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. I remember when I talked to you about like, you know, when you remember you talking about like street fights and things like that, right? Like, I got kicked out of my district in the East Bay. I had to go to school out of county because of the amount of fucking I was involved in. Yeah. You know, I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed. I never tell any stories of me like winning. Like, oh yeah, I beat a nigga ass. Like, so. 'Cause here's the thing. I'm gonna tell y'all this now. Like, niggas can say what they want, but you ain't doing that now, are you? I'm 39 years old. I'm about to be 40. No one cares what happened that one time on Santa Clara Street in '97 with your niggas. It's not even on video. Who cares, man?
The sad part is I know
Fucking cares.
Well, so I have a rule, right? It's like I just mention stuff in passing, and sometimes like the younger Gen Zs will be like, oh, "That's so cool." I'm like, I guess.
How old are you, Pega?
I'm 25.
You guys are all younger than me. Well, actually, this is why I like Jayhawke. She about to be 30. She in the Cole James cash range. I love it.
How do you know?
Because your birthday's at 93. It's at 93. You know. Also, guys, I want you to know I don't do very many appearances. I turn down a lot of shit because I've been through some shit this year that I don't want to get into, but I've had a very different. You know, I told you guys I've been shot. I've been stabbed twice. All this shit, right? This was the most difficult year of my life.
Oh.
The most difficult year of my life.
Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Guys, I'm not going to tell you what happened, but here's what I will do. I am going to give you guys. There was an article about what happened, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in y'all's general chat. Let me delete these pics of my wife. She's mad at me. I can keep all the other ones, you know. But as you guys see, I hear like it's not just no internet shit with me. If I fuck with y'all, I fuck with y'all, and that's that, you know. Like, but yeah, this is an article of what happened to my prior show. There are some insane details that we had to provide the journalist with pictures. We had to provide everything. Everything. We're talking hundreds of pictures of text. The insanity that we went through was wild. So yeah, guys, that's the article and what happened. And yeah, Pega, yeah, you know, without getting into it, you know why Azer fucks with me so heavy? Because when the situation was going down on Twitter with this accusation, Keffels was like, this is vague and bullshit. You know, Keffels like, you know, Keffels was already just like, yo, I was on Keffels' show last week. She was like, yo, that was a low-key racist. But then Azura, when we did an episode detailing everything, we took 3 hours to show the receipts because the details are insane. So you have to show receipts. Azura Mako looked at that and was like, yo, y'all, and then she just really fucked with me. So Azura means a lot to me because she watched that whole damn near that whole 3 hours and treated me with such love and kindness, man. And like I just like, for me personally, it just meant a lot, you know. So Pega, like I said yes to you because you come from her camp. You know, you come from her camp, and I like the Rainbow Club. I love you.
So I don't talk about this very often, right? Because for me it's like a nothing connection, but I actually was have been Facebook friends with Clara for a long time.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And I originally found her when she was in her communist current phase, right?
Oh,
I refound her right as the Kiwi farm started happening.
Ooh.
So I was like, you know what? It's really sketchy if I say, "Hey, I'm this person," right as that's happening. You know. So I've been kind of like, okay, what? How do I do this? You know. Well, yeah, it's really cool to see how she's grown because I remember like the only post I'd see about her is on Facebook. You know. And now she's like a household name.
I mean, I started becoming cool with Keffels about a year ago, before all this shit jumped off, and she was cool with my former friend. I'm not gonna mention his name, fuck him, but I'm not gonna mention his name. He was one of my closest friends, you know. And like I said, you open that article, it'll tell you, Pega, you Canadian, you know exactly who it is. You know I promise you know who it is. Anyway,
I probably do.
Yep, and I do not talk to that individual, especially since he's, now on top of what he did. I mean, it's just like motherfucker out here defending Kanye and Kyrie. Like, I can't. Anyway, like he knew that she knew him, and it's just like we sort of talked with them, but I was just like, yo, this Keffels person, I don't even always agree with him, but they got something. They got something. They have a sense of conviction, and they funny, but it's the conviction. Because anybody could be funny and just be a piece of shit, because politics and values don't go together. They don't. You could say anything. I could say whatever. But especially, like I said, when you guys see that article, especially when you see the way shit goes down in that article, oh boy. All the people could be as pro-black and solidarity, this and that, but boy, when clout come into play, all of a sudden, it switched up. So that's why I said politics and values, they don't go together.
I had a close friend, right? And they would say, "Oh, I'll always support you no matter what," blah blah blah. And like, I've heard that a lot, but if you want to say that, sure, I'll take a while to prove it. But if you want to say that, go ahead. Well, I up and find them block me one day because of the stuff that went down with Keffels. This is a person that I had hugged. This is a person that I comforted when he was in troubled times, and so for him to pull all that, I'm still speechless. It's like how dare you say one thing and then turn around and cut me off like I'm a tumor,
Very easily. Very easily. I mean, the individual who did the same to me was my best friend. I know his kids. I know his wife. And it didn't matter. It did not fucking matter. And the thing is, the only thing you can take from that, Kay, is that you can only enjoy the time that you had together. And you know what? When it was good, it was great. But it's no time for looking back. Sadly, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen to my voice. I'm still much hurt over what happened. I'm still in disbelief. Why? Mm-hmm. Why? But I'm never going to know those answers. And they give you the answers. Hold on. They give you the answers even if they don't tell you. Because they give a fuck more about how things look. And that's the bottom line. Like I said, their politics and their values ain't the same thing. If people's values are, I got to get mine, I got to look out for me, they're going to show you that. It's going to come out. So the only thing, here's one other thing I hate to say because it hurts. Unless it's in a contract, don't nobody owe you nothing. That's a hard thing for me to say and to accept. But it's the only way I can get over situations like what you talking about, Pega. Is don't nobody owe me nothing but the respect I give them, and I hopefully get that back. You're lucky to even get that. It's like, for instance, if I were to say, Pega, I'm tired today, I can't appear. You wouldn't be able to hold me to nothing because ain't nothing says that I have to do it. But I want to do it. I'm tired as fuck. But I'm like, yo, man. That's when the Azura's homie, she co-signed. She's like, yo, I fuck with it. So I'm going to fuck with it. I started my show early to work around the fact that I had to be here late. Because you know what?
Aww.
I remember when I was first starting, I remember when I was first starting and people lent me a hand. I'm no big name. I'm nobody, man. But I know, but I say that, but people who know my history know who the fuck I am. I could, Hassan, Vouch, all these niggas know me, man. Like I said, Vouch coming on next month. Capitals, we cool, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I fuck with those people because I like them, you know. And so it's like Pega, you always in the chat. I see you coming on with your small, your little follow on Twitch. It's like, yo, man, they putting in work, they hustling. Let me come through. Then you got Jayhawke, which you was like, okay, now I gotta come through. I didn't know this, but now I'm gonna say I'm retroactively I'm retconning. Jayhawke fine as fuck, so it's good.
I'm just sitting here enjoying it.
No, I said it before and I'll say it again. Like I appreciate.
Hold on, Jay. Just do me a favor. Please don't say, "Oh, I was objectified and he harassed me on my podcast." Like, God, please don't.
I was objectified and he harassed me on my podcast, but I liked it.
I've dealt with this. That's why I'm saying it. I've fucking dealt with it, man. Oh, I've dealt with this shit for real. God, I've dealt with it.
Yamete kuro, stop.
Just letting you guys know.
Hey, man, I'm just here to be here, man.
Jayhawke, what's your ethnicity?
What do you think?
Let me go look, man. Let's see. All right, you look Latina or also Southeast Asian as well, or a mixture of both. I don't know.
I'm Latina.
Oh yeah, which one? I know you ain't. What, is you Mexican? Is you Mexican?
I'm Mexican.
You Mexican, right? Let me tell you something. My baby mama is from Mexico. We lived in Mexico. I lived in Yuma, Arizona, and Los Algodones for a minute while I recovered from my shooting. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. South Texas Mexican is a different breed of individual, man. I'm gonna tell you why. It's a because people talk about Latinos like it's a mom's. My mom is from Brazil. Both my parents are black. My mom's from Brazil. The word for it is cafuso, indigenous and black. And my dad's part white. That's why I look the way I look. Both my parents are black. But what happens is I'm just gonna tell you guys something that annoys me. Let's say out in Brownsville, super like a bigoted racist Mexican says this and this and that. Oh, pinche mayate, pinche llanta, blah 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 blah, puta negra, blah 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 blah. Right? For every one Mexican that say that, is 3 Mexicans that don't even want to hear that shit. That's like, nah, they ain't like that. So what you get is these niggas, man, that can't wait to jump on Twitter and say, yeah, look at this people of color coalition that was forced on us by white folks. But you're freaking people don't understand historical context. For one, every Mexican don't fuck with every Mexican. For every Mexican that's from DF, there's another Mexican that's from Oaxaca, and they're calling him a pinche indio.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a dynamic at play that's way deeper than that, because you have to. Here's what I want to say about this. There's a girl. Her name is Crystal. I don't want to say her last name, but she's so beautiful. I love her. She's from out Brownsville. I met her when I was DJing. This is not the indigenous woman that somehow I ended up waking up in Edinburgh, Texas, near a reserve, because she was so fun. Anyway, I just sidetracked into that. Okay? I didn't even know Texas added Edinburgh. She was like, I'm trying to keep you. You want me to drive back to my crib? God, that woman, the finest indigenous woman ever next to my wife. Anyway, I got sidetracked, but Texas, right? When the Mexicans defeated the Spanish, when the Mexicanos put the Spanish to pasture, 20 years removed from that, okay, you had white folks just occupying the land like they do, right? And they were trying to go westward. The thing is that Mexico did not have the money or the finances to defend everything. But during the Civil War, the president of Mexico said, listen, we fucking with the Union. We can't intervene, but we fucking with them. They won't go past Texas. And they didn't, okay? At the same time, it's a bunch of Mexicans that have been in Texas for a while, since before the illegal war was started, to take the Mexican territories. So you get certain Mexicans who have actually been in Mexico, Texas, when it was still Mexico, etc. There are some that have been integrated with certain white ways for so long that they
Mhm.
feel like they one of them.
Yeah.
That's why you see motherfuckers like, yeah, the fucking, I don't really fuck with illegals, like, I came here the right way, my family's been here, blah blah blah. You'll get some that have that mentality, right? But for every dumbass motherfucker like Chingo Bling, stupid motherfucker, um, you'll get people like my homegirl Crystal, who's got family from Chicago, who don't get down like that. I hate when people are focused on look at the negatives that these Mexicans don't fuck with us. It's 10 Mexicans standing with us. So we gonna fuck with the 5 who don't? I don't like that shit, man. It's not a monolith. So people like the inherent anti-black racism that comes from certain Mexicans. It's just because of the fact that, like I said, you're going to get Mexicans who have Spanish blood or whatever. White supremacy is a motherfucker. So you're going to get certain anti-black racism, this and that and the other, but you're also going to get a lot of folks that fuck with us. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, I just feel like it's so easy for people to pass judgment on Mexicans from Texas, because you're gonna get some sellout ass Mexicans, but then you're gonna get ones
Mhm.
that's really cool like yourself. So I just want
Yeah.
people to remember that when you see, yo, how is it that hella Mexican Latinos support Ted Cruz? Well, there's a history behind it that's
Yeah.
deeper.
Mm-hmm.
That's deeper than that. And like, people need to remember something. There's a lot of white people in Mexico. There's a lot. There's a lot of white Mexicans, and they're not white American. They're just fucking Spaniards. Like, it exists.
True.
It exists.
Mm-hmm.
It exists. Everybody's not
Yep.
from the northern fucking country. And you already listen, Jayhawke, you Mexican, you know how motherfuckers from places like
Mhm.
Chihuahua, Juarez, Tijuana, you know how they're
Yeah.
looked at. They're completely. You go to Veracruz, the F, they talking shit. They talking shit. They looked at as dumb hick Indians. And I say this as someone who speaks the language. Jayhawke, you know I ain't lying. So
Mhm.
it's a
I
divide
know.
that makes things not a monolith. And so people need to understand that before they judge y'all. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I love Mexican women, man. And Mexican men too. Shout out to my Mexican niggas, man. You know? Hey, shout out to all my carnals, my carnalitas, my hyenas. Hey, Jayhawk, what's up with you, homie? I seen you out in North Houston. I saw you at the fucking pinche Slim Thug concert. Hey, mija, that shit was lit, homie.
Oh my god.
I always go, "Hey, cuz." What's up,
Hey,
cuz? And
Jayhawk,
then we
man.
just nod to each other and keep walking.
Jayhawk, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like I said, half the Mexicans talk like niggas anyway, you know.
True.
Like, hey man, I'm out here, my candy paint, man. I was out here on the north side, fuck with the north side with my grill. You know what I'm saying? That shit shining motherfucker, man. That's how y'all Texas Mexicans
That's
be fucking.
yeah, literally, literally.
I've
Like
been
you
out
got the
there.
accent down and everything.
Yep, yep. So like I
I
said,
can tell
look,
when people are from here. Like I can tell
that's
just
what's
by the
up.
way that they talk. There's like a certain I don't know, but you know about it.
You know what? I know, but you know what? Like I said, I'm obviously I throw you compliments, things like that, but Mexican culture, Chicano culture in particular, because I know it, is very important to me. It's very special to me. It's a part of my son's culture. Because the thing is, you got to understand something. Just because, like somebody be like, oh yeah, I'm not racist. My name's Dave. My wife is Mexican. I just think so. Slave masters rape their slaves.
Yep.
That doesn't mean anything to me. And just because, and I'll say, just because a bitch ride black dick, don't she mean she ride for black people?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't. Those things are not
Literally,
one and the
like,
same.
yep. I have said those words before too. Like
I
my
hope I'm black. I hope
my
you like black people.
nephew, my nephew is black,
Mhm.
and um his girlfriend, she's white, and it was the most ridiculous shit. I think her kid was like 3 or 4, and she posts like on I think it was like on Facebook or something, and she was like, um, so my 3-year-old came to me today and was like, "Mommy, everybody is saying Black Lives Matter, but what about my white side too?" And I was like, bitch, you know the fuck she did not. Like, you know damn well she did not say that. And so she was like, she started like getting defensive, and I was like, you're sounding really racist right now, actually. And she was like, how can you say that? My daughter is half black. And I was like, just be
What?
Hold up, you're like breaking up, sweetheart.
Yeah,
white, black
Oh, gosh.
dick. What?
I don't think he.
Oh, I'm
I
breaking
don't
up.
think she realizes that that's happening.
Oh,
Jay?
I'm breaking up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
no,
did-
you're back now. You're back now, though.
Aw.
You're back.
She was so passionate about it too. Oh my
No,
god.
but I heard most of it too. Oh, also,
Yeah,
Guys,
because this
guys.
is like,
this is like, oh, continue, finish the thought.
oh.
She's glitching.
Yeah, she
She's
glitching out.
glitching.
Hold up, I am not
I'm
leaving
glitching.
this. I'm not leaving this appearance until you guys follow our show, so I can. We'll be at 280 if you follow us. I put it in the
Yeah.
chat.
She's,
Yes.
Like, radio?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So Pega, we're averaging 17 people per show, and I'm happy.
Damn.
Let's go.
Yeah, we only have
Ooh.
we only well, you gotta understand something. In the last month of our other show, which ended in March, which you can read about in that article, we were averaging 90 people. So that's why, in a lot of ways, Pega, that's why you see like kind of, yeah, I don't know if you noticed, Pega, like we be doing a number sometimes, but it's because we had that previous show. People recognize us, you know,
Mhm.
and you already know, like, there's no reason in the world we should be doing 15, 16. We had 26 today with no raid with only 280 people. That's name recognition, and I'm proud of that. So yeah, you guys follow us, and like I said, we'll be at 280. And let me tell you something, Jayhawke, Riu, you know, Peggy, you know, y'all can come through to our show, you know. And like I said, you know, we would love to have you, you know. And in particular, now listen, Peggy, I don't know if you show your face or not. Like I said, I don't mean to press you like that. But
I do.
Jayhawke, you got to come through. Oh, you do? That's what's up.
Yeah.
Jayhawke, you need to come through. You need to come through. Can you hear me?
I don't use my camera.
What?
She doesn't use
I
her
never
camera.
use my camera.
Okay, then don't. But you still got to come through.
Okay.
You ain't got to come through. I'm just letting you guys know you guys are.
Thank you.
You guys are all welcome. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great.
I've enjoyed
It was
hanging out with
great.
you.
All right, hold up.
Yeah.
Riu, you got to follow our show. You ain't followed yet, bro. We're at 279. I'm trying to hit
270.
80.
Okay.
Trying
Where's
to hit
the
80.
show? Where's it?
It's on. It's go to general.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
in general.
duh! I'm so smart. Sorry, I got you, fam. I got you.
It's okay. I can stay on a little longer. And you guys can ask me whatever you want. I've been talking the whole fucking time.
That's
Okay,
okay.
good, man. There you go.
That's
Ta-da!
Awesome. That's what's up. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You guys ask me whatever. Peggy, it started with you. What you want to know? Talk to me on. Talk to me.
So, I want to know how the, like, because you said you've, like, you have, like, experience with all these big name streamers, right? I want to know how it feels to, like, because I don't have any experience with, like, having a big chat, but I want to know the experience from going from big chat to little chat to now getting a big chat again.
Now, when you say big chat to little chat and big chat again, you mean like you think we have a big chat now?
I mean, Cole, look at little old me. You have a huge chat compared to me.
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. Here's where I'm lucky. I got put on by somebody who was already on. Like, the Majority Report was like, I would call in, and it already had like 600,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now it has over 1 million. But like, I came in with like major cosigns, you know. And then, are you guys familiar with Chapel Trap House?
No.
Yes.
Now, Peggy, you know, at one point they were the biggest thing on Patreon.
Yeah.
Well, I got Felix Biederman to come on my show so I could grill him about something positively, and that changed my life because that caught the attention of a major of Means TV who bought my show. So the truth is, Peggy, I'm just being honest. With music, I had to start from scratch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not with the streaming stuff. The only thing now, at the height of our show was when I booked Hassan and Chelsea Manning. Hassan rated us with 30,000 people, and it crashed the stream. That was
Oh,
it was
God.
insane. It was insane.
Jeez.
You know, now Peggy, you know, MTF Foxtrot, Disco Biscuits. You familiar with them, correct?
Yeah.
She was there. She used to moderate us, and you got to understand. Like we had the last Twitch show we had was a thing. Like I said, now having when it's big, it's incredible. It's just it's a motivator, right? Now starting from scratch, it's tough. It's tough, but the thing is I don't think I'm a good host. I think I'm a fucking great host, and I believe my own bullshit. So I believe it, so you guys believe it. What I mean by this is, now, Pega, you know when I'm like on stream and stuff, right? I talk to everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. I remember as much as I can. We have a Discord. Here, let me put my Discord invite so you guys can jump in, okay? Riu, Jayhawke, y'all better join my Discord because I came to this motherfucker. I really like you guys, all you guys, you know. Riu, like, I enjoy the fact that we both from the Bay Area. I'm very familiar. Like I said, when it comes to Filipino culture, etc., I'm very familiar with it. You know, like I genuinely enjoy talking to you guys. Jayhawke, I've been kissing your ass the whole time. No more compliments for you. Pega, I like I said, you come into the Twitch. Thank you for helping us get the sub goal, things like that. But the thing is also, Jay, is like what I really like about you is you understand the nuance behind your culture, your heritage, and my understanding of history. And I always say this. Oh man, they ain't a real Mexican. They don't even speak Spanish. Motherfucker, your ancestors didn't speak Spanish. So unless you like being white, you like being white, I suggest you run that back. Shut the fuck up, man.
Thank you.
Motherfuckers would tell me like, "Oh, you're not black. You like half Brazilian." I'm like, motherfucker. They whipped my mom's ancestors into speaking Portuguese, my dad's English. Brazil had more slaves than any other country. What mythical race did I come from that's not black? Shut the fuck up, man.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck it is, but okay, so I don't speak Spanish. I come from, you know how you said like there's basically two types of Mexicans or like two types of Latinos basically in general, where they have the ones who want to be white and then the ones who, are like, okay, whatever. I was raised by both. So my mom wanted us to be white and my dad was very like in our culture. So there was always like clash. So I know of my culture, but I wasn't raised celebrating it. So when I meet a Mexican woman who's like for instance my husband's mom, she
Oh shit, you married? I did not know you're married. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to like
No,
oh
you're
no,
fine, you're fine.
They flirt with everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, we flirt with everybody. It's fine.
I don't want you to I don't want you to get in trouble, you feel me?
No, you're good. But his mom like hated me for the longest time because I don't speak Spanish and because I'm not like typical like old school Mexican woman. And so she hates me. And I get a lot of that from like Mexican women, like the older ones. I get so much fucking hate for it because I'm not like old school Mexican woman, you know?
And here's the sad part. You live in Texas. You live in Texas. You say in Houston, okay? Again, the white man made these imaginary lines that divided you.
Yeah.
And if you're going to say, well, when the white man divided our area, that was more real than the other area, to which the Mexican president said, nah, no more, because we not fucking with the Confederacy. Fuck that. You know, it's like, oh yeah, you're not a real Mexican. Well, you know what? You're not a real fucking Aztec neither. Shut the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
You know, you were raised how you were raised, and you only know what you know. As long as you're respecting the culture and respecting the people in it, you know, there's only so much you can do, because 600 years ago, Mexico didn't exist. It didn't exist. All of this is very new. You know? All because indigenous people decided to be nice to white people. This is how they repaid y'all.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am in complete disagreement. I'm not going to disrespect your elder because that's not what I do. But on the other hand, man, like, if they cannot see you for what you really are, which is an intelligent
okay. I
individual,
will. Fuck them.
I mean,
As you should, Jay.
I mean, I listen. I'm gonna be honest. I'm with you. You know, I'm with you on that because you only know what you know, and you are too nice of a person. You're not judgmental. You know, you come across as an individual who really listens, and like I said, you see and understand nuance. You know, and all of you do that to a great extent because all of us come from a marginalized group, including yourself, Pega. I don't care. You know, and like I said, you said you're indigenous. It's like, yo, you get treated worse than me here in Canada. You know, you get treated worse than me. You know it's bad when you lower the niggas. You know it's bad. Okay? You know it's bad. Them cops here in Sudbury, they're like, yeah, how's it going? Oh, yeah, from Manhattan. Okay, yeah. 10-14. Yeah, looks like they're fucking Indian. Grab that motherfucker. Beat him. Beat him. You know, and they're wearing a land back shirt. Put them down. You know, like that's literally what it is. Like, you know, I know it's funny because it's me, but Pega, I am not exaggerating, and you know it.
Yeah, like, what's it called? I'm lucky because like, if I shave my hair, I look white, right? But like, I don't want to shave my head all the time. You know, like. And even then, people can still tell. You get those weird white people on the bus that are like, what? What is that? It's like, stop looking at me.
Oh my god. I was like in the middle of taking a hit and you fucking said that. Like,
they look at me like I'm an alien. Meanwhile, they look like they have no chin and like.
And then they look how they look.
Yeah.
Bro, that's why I say all the time, fucking white people stole my upper lip.
Not the upper
I
lip.
want my upper lip back.
Like, it's called. Like, I don't post much about indigenous issues, right? On Twitter because I notice when I do that. Like, Twitter, before Elon, I noticed when I would do that, Twitter would, like, search ban me.
Yeah, that's the thing, yes. Yeah, I forgot, do you remember when the Micmac was putting in work 2 years ago, and them white folks, like, they were setting the trucks on fire and shit on fire, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Now, people posting about that were catching shadow bans. So, you know, yeah, like, listen, Jayhawke, Riu, like, shit is real in Canada, man, and that's why I don't want to hear no Canadian talk about, oh yeah, here the cops are here with compassion. The RCMP literally withholds medicine from dying elders on purpose. All you got to do is talk. Hey, let's talk about Wet'suwet'en Pass. Let's talk about them serious ass. I can't take a joke Mohawks going at it with the RCMP. There's no disrespect to Mohawks, but them niggas, man, they go hard. You know, listen, Pega. All that indigenous humor, that's going out the window with the Mohawks. They don't play the Blackfeet. Nah, they ain't playing. You know, they not. What'd you say?
Not the Mohawks.
Oh no, they get. I'm serious. Ask Pega. They get it in. They serious. Yeah. They didn't listen. They weren't able to kill off these guys. They weren't able to exterminate these guys. They put in work.
Listen, Mohawks. They'll get jobs in skyscraper construction because simply because the adrenaline of being up that high is part of a old ritual. Now I don't remember what it is, but it was like that's their whole part of the whole thing is get it, like it's insane. Is my point. Like if they mark you as an enemy, run.
That's terrifying.
I mean, it's like I said, man, it's, you know, you don't know how much you learn about being in Canada until you get up here. You know, oh my God, Jesus Christ, you know what? I'm sorry. When this comes across your timeline, it's like, how do I know these people, man? I love bug bakers, but look at this. Look at the general.
What?
Oh,
it's extremely funny that I got blocked by a cuck for calling him a cuck.
Yeah. Listen, Pega. Pega, you know how long I was streaming today, so I want you guys to know something. A guy like me who I don't do very many appearances, I don't enjoy many appearances. Like I said, I had to start my own show to make sure to get to you guys because you guys invited me and I give my all. I said I could give you guys an hour. I'm here extra 15. That means you guys are good. You guys are good.
Thanks, man.
You know, you guys are good. Where do you guys post this shit?
YouTube.
YouTube. I'm going on YouTube.
So yeah. So the thing with Spotify is you need money to host it on Spotify, and we don't got that.
No, we ain't got it like that, okay?
We don't get that money.
We ain't that deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you. You know, I got you. So yeah, like I said, I am exhausted now. My wife's gonna be home soon, but you guys are great, man. And like I said, all of you guys would be.
Thanks for
welcome to
being here,
come on.
dude.
And also, like I said, Jayhawke, you don't need a camera to come on our show. Your banter would be great because I mean this when I say this. It's hard. You know how hard it is to find Latinas in these fucking spaces, guys? It's fucking hard. Like Jayhawke,
really
how many of our people, and I say ours, I'm just saying general Latino, how many of our people are even around these spaces, honestly?
Hardly ever.
Exactly.
And it's crazy because the ones that are, they're like so problematic.
Or they don't talk to you.
Yeah, or they don't talk to you, and then you find the ones that are great, but it's like it's not super common.
No. Well, you know what? You guys got me. I fuck with y'all. And hold up, Jayhawke, Riu, did you guys join my Discord?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Good. Like I said. now, Pega, can I give you a little bit of advice?
Yeah.
Now, I got in this position mostly because of the fact that I include everyone. You remember how you invited me to your Discord? You're like, hey, come here when you're going to come on and all this, right? That's how you do it. Just make sure everyone knows what you do and where to find you. You know? Okay, put a link to you guys' YouTube so I can follow it.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, you guys know about the Netflix show Inventing Anna?
What's that?
Oh, well, this woman named Anna Sorokin, she like conned hella fucking like banks and shit out of like millions of dollars and shit. And like they made a Netflix special about her. She got a few years in prison. She had just got out and we interviewed her and it was fucking awesome.
I saw that with my sister. The show.
You saw what?
The show.
Oh, you did, Pega?
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna follow each other's YouTube channels because I like you guys, man. I like you guys. Hold on. Let me go to your channel and let's see. Chromatic Podcast. That's what's up. Okay. Let me go ahead and put here's the interview. You know what's funny is on YouTube, like I get shitted on all the time, like, oh, this guy talks too much and blah blah blah. Like this person sucks, and I'm like, I need you guys to keep talking shit because I need the algorithm to see me.
Literally.
I don't delete any negativity. I don't. I need that to happen. That's our YouTube. All right.
To be honest.
Yeah, I usually go in there and fight with them back for
Hold
Riu.
on. Actually, so crazy. I'm gonna ask you a question, Riu.
Yeah.
Now, before I go, you were from San Jose, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Do you know? Do you want to know? Yeah. Do you know about the best Filipino rapper of all time?
Oh gosh, I should know this question.
I'm gonna post them in your general right now. I'm subscribed to
Okay.
you.
Filipino.
This is the greatest Filipino rapper ever. Okay, take a look. Click that.
Where
Guys-
have I seen this before?
This guy's from San Jose. I know exactly who he is. Imagine hanging out near like the Capitol, not near the Capitol driving where they used to be, or like imagine just hanging out, in these areas, out near South San Jose, like imagine this 37-year-old guy standing up in front of Andrew Hill, like rapping. That's who this guy is. Now click that shit. And Riu, just be thankful.
Something y'all need to understand while I be ripping the fucking mind, no fucking lie. Suckers running mouths, they gonna get fucking socked. If they accept fucking lie, they don't wanna fucking
Guys, you got okay. Now hold on, Riu, do you have a question for me? I hope I answered that, Pega. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You answered it well.
I'm like thankful to have the community that I have because you're a part of it, Pega. And when you came through and gave us the subs today, helped us meet our goal, it means something to me, man. That's why I'm like going extra hard today because I'm like, we met the goal and you were part of that, and that means something to me. You know?
Of course.
He got me fucked up, bro.
Told you.
This
Now,
guy's so funny. Okay.
Riu, what you got for me, homie?
Wait, what you mean?
What question?
Ask me any question.
Did you go to Mount Eden?
No.
Did you know anyone from Mount Eden? I don't know.
I graduated in 01, bro. So I went to six.
Yeah.
I went to 6 high school. So
Really?
I did go to a school called San Jose Community, and it doesn't exist anymore. And it was next to San Jose High School. And I went there for a few months, and then I was able to return to the East Bay, and I would go to James Logan High School, which was my last high school before I dropped out. And then I went to an adult ed, and I graduated in June of 01.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, I'm old. All right, Jayhawke, any last question for me?
No pressure.
Oh, did you follow me on TikTok? Do you have TikTok?
You know, we do have TikTok, and you know what? Let me, since you posted it, fucking.
Yeah.
Dang, hold on.
I posted it for. That's
I know.
that's primarily where I post stuff. I pretty much just post like gaming stuff, but I post other stuff too sometimes, like to my friends.
I can't believe you have like a husband, man. I feel like such a dick.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I have a husband and a child.
I have a son. You know, I have a son.
How old is your son?
He is 12, and
Oh.
hold on. You know, I hate how like I take this picture and then like I'm just trying to go to the stupid link. Let me go. Goddamn. All right, I'm trying to. There it is. Okay, now we're gonna follow you on TikTok. Okay. No, I don't want you to do that. Yes, agree. Continue. Followed. All right. Follow. You know what? Log in. I'm not doing that. Hold on. You know what? I could. You know what? Put your TikTok link into the fucking general, like a direct one, and I'm gonna just log in on the desktop. I refuse to leave until I do this. Hold on.
I just put my name.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Your name is Jay Garcia. Hold on.
Yeah, Jay Garcia 125.
Jay Garcia 125. You know, I was dating a girl. I won't name her I was dating a girl who was like big on TikTok, right? She had like 40,000 followers. And she got banned, you know. And Jay Garcia, what now?
125.
125. All right. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Looking all cute. Great. All right. So here's what was wild, right? She's like, yeah, you know, like. This was a couple of years ago. This girl was white and Mexican, but she sounded like a straight sister. She was really cool. She was from Rio. She was from what you call it. She was from Fremont and lived out in Stockton. You know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, total hood
Small
broad,
world.
right? Yeah, total hood broad. And so she, you know, to be honest, like I ended up not being with her because she had a really bad meltdown, and I wanted to move in with her, but she just was not mentally ready, sadly. You know, and that's it. It didn't work out. That's fine, right? But the thing is that like, let me tell you something, Jay, Pega, Riu, that TikTok drama is serious. Like, motherfuckers be beefing, relationships. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
All these friends you tell me about, they're all on TikTok. She's like, yeah. And like, so y'all like, yeah, we do like duets together, and there's like drama over who stole whose duet. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh my god.
I mean, like, it was just it was all kinds of weirdness, man. And I'm like, well, I'm on Twitter, so I don't get to say anything to this woman. You know, I'm on Twitter, and before you guys go, like I said, I encourage you guys to read that article. And here's what I want you guys to know: if Twitter doesn't exist, none of this bullshit happens to me. You know, I'm serious. Like, all of these things took place on Twitter and nowhere else. But it had real life repercussions because, remember, I told you, individuals' politics didn't match their values. And their values were, you know what, this person who has X amount of followers, I'm going to follow them because how it looks. And even though this person is my real life friend, I'm going to look at them through the lens of a vague accusation on Twitter, and I'm gonna run with that. And you know, like I said, if you're going, the sad thing is like, okay, if you're gonna make an accusation that could put me and my partner in jail, then you should file a police report, or at the very least file a complaint, a criminal complaint. Now, if you're gonna come at me in the court of public opinion, okay, post some receipts, this and that, and the other. When you do neither, okay, when you do neither, you aren't a victim, you are a volunteer. Fuck that, you know? If you're going to say something that's going to potentially ruin a black man's life, can I at least know what the fuck I did? Can you just tell me? You know?
Yeah.
And I mean that, you know? I fucking mean that, man. Like, it's women from Me Too that have given detailed reports on people with power. I don't have the power to shut down anyone, nor would I want to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Peggy, you know how hard it is to get into this country?
Yeah.
Hard.
Literally.
Hard.
If I was trying to apply to get in this country, I would not be able to get in.
Yeah. So it's like, I get to read stuff like, you know, he has a history of this and that and the other. Like, I do? I've had one criminal charge of fighting and destruction of private property and fighting. And those charges were dropped, thankfully, you know? And that's the only thing I've ever had, and that's how I got into this country.
Mm-hmm.
And to have that a certain accusation thrown, it's like, why? Not only do you know that's not what happened, but I remember thinking like, well, can we talk about it? We were all there. Can we? No, it's let me protect my relationship because my fiance is going to catch me cheating, and that person was willing to ruin my life over that, and it hurt. So when I was on Keffel's show last week, and she said, yo, what happened was racist, read about it. There's some insanity in that article. Insanity. Mm-hmm. Now you might think like, yo, Cole, you was in there with two white women, blah blah blah. Like, hey, you know, maybe you need this and that. What do? I stack the show with more white women with bigger tits. I don't learn my lesson. Don't learn my lesson.
Stick to the man, dude.
You guys are great. I am exhausted. I love you guys, man. Pega, thank you so much. Pega, I hope this was what you were expecting.
Yeah.
You guys like
So, I want you to participate in the outro.
Sure.
So what we normally do is we tell people reminders of what they need to do. So, Jay's lovely addition is remember to wash your ass. Remember to drink water. Remember to eat food. Remember to take your meds. Don't be a dick. And do you have any final words, Cole?
Sure. You guys need to remember that our enemies are bound together by lust, fear, and greed. Each one of those things are what you're seeing in laws in Texas, like you saw in Jayhawke. You're seeing we need to round up transgender licenses to see blah, blah, blah. They're worried about who has a dick and who doesn't. Lust, fear, who can have a baby, who can't, fighting off the fact that you like a woman with a dick, etc. Fear, because they fearmonger. I mean, they literally live in places like San Antonio and be like, oh, these Mexicans don't. It's like you forgetting the land that you steal. And greed, because these motherfuckers like Ted Cruz don't give one fuck about anyone but himself, right? But as long as you're bound together by love, trust, and respect, those are three things that no capitalist can take from you, because you can't buy it. You can't buy it, and either you have it or you don't. So you can either be bound together by love, trust, and respect, or lust, fear, and greed. It's always a choice, and it's always either one side or the other. Pega, remember, lust, fear, and greed is why that individual don't talk to you no more. Because if it was love, trust, and respect, they would have respected you enough to talk to you. But you couldn't even get that. So fuck them. That's my outro, guys.
There you go, man.
Yeah, I remember to fuck them.
I will.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Good night.